All right, guys, thanks again for joining. I'll go ahead and start real quick. So reminder, you guys, earlier is typically better
It's 2 o'clock.
unless you know your store gets really busy late. For the most part, being on time is going to benefit you, so don't show up late and then cut your day short by leaving at 5:30. If you guys show up late, you need to make up the time at the end of the day. Start to learn your store and the traffic patterns. Ask Costco management when the store is busiest. If they say it gets busier at 11 a.m., is not busy at 10 a.m., then maybe you guys want to start getting there closer to 11 and then leaving at 6:30. Christian is someone who usually shows up late and leaves late. Okay, and his sales are almost always up there at the top. But that's Orland Park for you. Okay, some stores are different, so you guys need to figure out what your store does in the morning and what it does in the evening. Okay, so be on time. Really work hard with Costco management, you guys, to get yourself a good placement, okay, in the store. It's our relationships with Costco management and the CDS manager, okay, that really helps you get a good spot. If they, for some reason, feel like you're just a nuisance and they don't like having you in the store, they will not set you up for success. Okay, the main thing is to show them that you can sell the product. All right, typically, if you can prove to them that you can sell the product, they will get you in a great spot. If they, for some reason, tucked you off away into a corner and it seems to be like the permanent spot, you guys got to get in good with Costco and say, hey, look, I was here Saturday and Sunday a week ago, and this is where I set up, and I sold like 40, 50 units. And I try to be here more regularly, please, and have them check the computer first to prove, and they can see that you sold that many that day. Okay, so that's all very important to create those relationships. Christian actually is someone who really fought for himself so that he was heard inside of Costco. Sometimes our relationships with CDS isn't very good for whatever reason. So, he really fought to maintain a good relationship with them, fought for his placement. And that had to do with CDS and Costco. Okay, we're not out there trying to pick fights and whatnot, but you have to be professional and sometimes be good with words and sell yourself to not just the customers, but to Costco. Okay. And that can really help you guys be successful. So I feel like I say this one a lot on these sales calls, you guys, but we need to go out there and really put on some sort of a show. And again, Christian's going to talk later and he'll give you guys some tips and tricks to put on a show, how to make people laugh, how to get their attention, especially during this busy holiday season where people don't care about us. Okay. So you guys have to make them care about us and what we have on our table. Even though they're in a hurry, you guys got to be able to slow them down. Christian's really great with icebreakers. Some of the stuff that comes off of Christian's head, I couldn't think of in a year. Okay. And he can do it in a split second. That's what we need out of you guys. You guys need to be fast thinkers. Okay, you have to come up with a brand new pitch spontaneously. You guys have to be able to come up with a quick line just for that specific person, because you have to be able to read each person individually and then fine tune your pitch for each person individually. If you're just going to give a basic rundown of what the product is, what it says on the box only, you're not going to be successful. Sometimes we have to go slightly above what's on the box, or at least go into more detail about what's on the box and what each benefit is going to, what it's going to do for them a little bit deeper than just what it is. Like, oh, this is liquid collagen. Oh, this is colostrum. Okay, you have to go a lot deeper than that. So what I was saying is originally here is you guys, we got to put on that show. Okay, you have to make the interaction with the customer unforgettable in a good way. Own the stage. Okay, your table is your spotlight. Stand tall. Again, the way you guys dress, you got to dress for success. The way you guys are holding your posture, the way you're standing up, all of that's all very important. Whether you're making eye contact is very important. Okay, you guys have to be open to people coming over. If you guys have your arms crossed and your hands folded and you're leaning up against a product block right next to your table just chilling, you're not going to make any sales. You guys got to be out next to your table, not necessarily just behind it the entire day. You have to be pulling people in with your hands, making eye contact. It's all about the energy and making people smile. Okay. Your table is your spotlight. Stand tall, smile big, and be the energy people can't ignore. If you don't believe in the product, you guys, why should the customer believe in the product? Okay? Unless you're just the best salesman or saleswoman ever, you can't sit there and sell something that you truly don't believe in, because it's going to show on your face. So I'll tell you guys right now, if you don't believe in any of these products that you have to promote, I want you to tell me, and we'll take you out of the store. Okay? I don't want you promoting something that you don't believe in. That would be one reason why your sales aren't where they're at. Okay? Open strong. Okay? Your first line matters. So come on over. Check out the best super greens here in Costco. All right? Come on over. Check out the only organic, fully organic certified super greens with no sugar here in Costco. Okay? Come on over. I have stress relief, or ladies, if you're feeling hot, come on over. I got stuff for hot flashes. Come try it out. Okay? You have to pull out of your pocket things that people are struggling with and mention it to get them over. Because then they think about what's going on and they come on over. It's not just, hey, I have super greens. Come on over. Try it. Come try a sample. You have to really play with their emotions a little bit and dig deep. Okay? Use props and movement. Point, pour. Okay, scoop, smile. Let your hands tell the story, right? Let your tables tell the story too. I have a lot of people who do really well. A lot of, they take pride in the way their table looks. So they've gone above and beyond, and they've decorated for the holidays. I'm not talking extreme stuff. I have some people I feel like that have gone too extreme with tablecloths and bags and all kinds of stuff. No, just like a little bit of greenery, some seasonal things, not holiday themed. Right? I don't want you guys putting Christmas stuff on the table. I want you to be seasonal, okay? Because there's people that don't believe in Christmas, okay? Just like there's people that aren't your same political beliefs. We don't want to pick one thing and go that route. You have to be open to everything, okay? No matter what we're talking about here, open to every single thing in life at that table, because you have to relate with every single customer. So don't set yourself up for failure by like decorating your table in Christmas, because not everybody believes in Christmas, and unfortunately not everybody believes in Thanksgiving. Okay. All right. So let's meet everybody where they're at, relate with everybody, not create barriers. Okay. But go above and beyond, make your table look great. Even if you said it 100 times, make it feel like it's the first time. Every customer deserves the full experience. Some of you guys have been doing this quite a while now. Some of you are brand new. The brand new people, it may already be repetitive, okay? But you just started. I have people that have been doing it for 12 years, okay? And they still hit their sales goals. And I tell you right now, if I interviewed you, I said, look, this isn't an easy job. It's very repetitive. You get a lot of rejection. I don't want to hear complaints all day long via text message about this, or that, because every single store is the same. And I hear it all day long from everybody. Okay, you guys just have to go out there and do it. You have to overcome the objections. That's 99% of the job, besides getting the people to the table, is overcoming objections all day long. Okay? And you're going to have to deal with that rejection all day long and move on to the next customer. You cannot win every customer every single day. Okay? You might see that same customer 4 weeks in a row, and on the fourth week, they might finally buy from you. Okay? Because you've talked to them over and over again. Or maybe they didn't try one of the 5 samples that were on your table the first 4 weeks. And they finally tried the 5th one, and bam, they love it. Okay. So you guys, give them a wow moment. Okay. Hit them with the benefits that really clicks. The energy, the skin health, the gut health, whatever fits. Leave them thinking, wait, I need this. Okay. Like, oh my gosh, did you know that the other collagen, the large peptide collagen in that blue bottle, it can convert to belly fat? Yeah, right? People take that stuff, it's a large peptide, and it doesn't absorb into your system like our liquid collagen does. A liquid collagen is just a quick 2 teaspoons a day, and it hits the system in about 30 seconds. Nothing gets wasted or converts to belly fat. Okay? You say something like that, you almost always get people thinking about the fact that they are taking something that might be making them fat. Okay? And then they almost always switch. Because most people are interested in collagen are trying to look younger and reduce signs of aging. And it's the truth. The large peptide does not break down very well. So you're not lying. So, that's the mic drop. I literally have sold that collagen that way, our collagen, a million times that way. Okay. And that's someone who was 15 feet away from me. They picked up the blue collagen. I said, you don't want to take that stuff. Okay. And then they like laughed at me, walked around, and then they came over to find out why I said that. And then I sold them our collagen. Now, you can't slam the other brands, you guys. I didn't use any name brands. I didn't say Vital Collagen Protein Powder or Gain. I said the other one or the one in the blue bottle. Okay, and I say it kind of quietly. Okay, some need comedy, others need data. Christian's a comedy guy. He's also a data guy. Okay, adjust your tone, pace, and pitch like a seasoned actor reading the room. Give them a wow moment. Again, that's like that mic drop. Okay, close with confidence. That's the real mic drop. Smile and say, you're going to love this. Do you want one box or two? You guys have to ask questions, okay, to determine how many of each product they need. Determine how many times a day they're going to take it. Okay, top promoters can sell 2, 3, 4, 5 items to one customer, either in a program of all 4 or 5 items or 3 items. 2 or more items per customer is your guys' goal. We need to build programs. I don't know if everybody knows this, but I came from Vitamin World. Okay, Vitamin World is a shop where people would typically, they're still around, but they were made by NBTY, the world's largest manufacturer of supplements and vitamins and minerals, okay, and herbs. Okay, and traditionally they were inside of malls, and for the most part, malls are kind of dead. Okay, but what you had to do is you had to reel people in. If it was slow, you'd bring people into your vitamin shop from outside in the mall. Okay, and then when they came in, you give them a sample. Then you would lead them to one item that was on that sample, and you'd ultimately ask them what their health needs are, or try to build a program around that sample. Okay, but then you have people that would come into your shop, just like people come into Costco or come into the pharmacy, and you'd have those people come in and then they're looking for, let's say, fish oil. Okay, but that day you actually need to try to sell two specific items. Okay, maybe for heart health. Okay, they came in for fish oil that day, so I show them where the fish oil is. First, I ask them, "Hey, what brings you in today?" They're looking for fish oil. I show them the fish oil. I say, "Oh, well, what are you interested in fish oil for?" "Oh, well, I heard it's good for your heart." "Oh, yeah, fish oil is great for helping lower, the bad cholesterol in your body." Okay, but it's not just for your heart. Actually, it's great for the joints. Helps replenish synovial fluid and lubricate the joints. Are you taking anything for your heart already? No. Oh, okay. Well, great. Well, fish oil is a great start. It's kind of the foundation. Okay, but I also have right here on sample the liquid CoQ10 by Cunol. This is one of the best products you could do for your heart. It helps provide energy to your heart and all of your muscles, and can help reduce cholesterol. Okay, it hits your heart first, sends energy throughout the entire body. Okay, I don't know if you're on a statin drug for the cholesterol issues. All right, but if you're on a statin drug, you have to take CoQ10. Doctors in Europe literally would not prescribe statins unless they were on CoQ10 already, the person, okay? Actually, nowadays, it's illegal in Europe to even prescribe a statin because of their ineffectiveness to actually stop heart attacks, okay? 1 out of 300 people don't have a heart attack because of that statin drug. That's pretty bad odds overall, okay? So nowadays, you could come in here, you could do the CoQ10, you could do your fish oil for a healthy cholesterol, and then we'll get you on some red yeast rice. Okay, red yeast rice is the alternative. It's the natural medicine for helping lower your cholesterol. It's pretty much the natural form of a statin drug. Now, you do still need to take CoQ10 with the red yeast rice. Okay, so there we go. I converted the person in Vitamin World to 3 different items. And he came in for fish oil. I sold him one that was on sample that day. Okay, well, our goal is to be just like that. Okay, you guys need to know what's inside the pharmacy. You need to know what supplements are there. You need to be able to read your customers and ask them questions. You could take your tray, put it underneath the table, put your samples underneath the table, and step away. You see someone looking at fish oil, you see someone looking at magnesiums or calciums or immune system supplements or multivitamins. Okay, that's an entry. That's a way for you. You walk over there, and either you pretend like you're grabbing a product for your table, okay, like a turmeric or a CoQ10 because it's nearby. And then you introduce yourself. You interject, and you find out what they're looking at. Okay, you just have to do it really smoothly and kindly and not aggressively. Don't be scary. Okay, be personable. And then you find yourself, you're in there now, and you're trying to ask them questions to find out what they're truly interested in needing help with. And your end goal is to get them over to the table and teach them about all the products that are on your table that work synergistically together. Okay, so we got to be proactive. If it's slow, that's what you guys have to do to get your customers. Then when they're even if you're not finding them, they're at the table, you're figuring out how to link all of those items together. Sometimes you have to ask the questions to figure out how to sell them. You don't always have that much time either. So if you have 5 people at the table, get one of them sold. You get one of them sold, you have the potential to get 5 of them sold. And there's your 5 sales all in one time. Okay. All right. Christian, I want you to go ahead because, like I said, I don't want this to be too long. I want to give you 20, 30 minutes. So go ahead and unmute yourself, Christian. I'll let you jump in.
Hey, thank you, Jordan. Hey, thanks to everybody for attending. I appreciate you taking your valuable time for this meeting. We're doing this call basically to help a lot of you that are struggling. Anybody who knows me, and I can assure you, if you talk to anybody in my Costco and say, what kind of guy is Christian? They'll tell you he's one of the friendliest guys, one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. You think he'd ever help me out? Sure, Christian? Yeah, you kidding? One of the most helpful people I've ever met. So I want you to understand the reason why Jordan is giving me this opportunity to talk to you. He knows about my passion for helping others. And I'm going to be very honest, and I'm going to be very blunt with all of you. If you're not making at least $50 to $100 a day in bonus money every single day you work, you're losing out. It's like you being a valet person and nobody bothers to tip you. It's like you going to do a waitering service job. Nobody tips you. If you decide to go and use your car for Uber or Grubhub and nobody tips you. Every single day you work and don't get any bonus money, it's like going to one of those jobs and you didn't get tipped. And all those people expect to be tipped on the job. Well, I'm going to tell you, okay? You know, the reason Jordan gives me a chance to speak, tell you really simple. Because one day on a Saturday, I got tipped over $300. Oh, he did it the next day too. Now listen, I'm not bragging to you. I want to get through to you. There is a lot of money on that table, and I'm not just talking about the product. I'm talking about the money in your pocket. If you don't want extra money, this is not the right job for you because you're not going to be hungry for it. Let's talk about hunger right now. Everybody's thinking about food. Everybody's thinking about meal. Okay, I'm going to talk to you in terms that you can understand. Let's talk about hunger. Let's talk about a simple, basic recipe for success. That is what Direct Demo gives you. Gives you a proven method of over 15 years, potentially. I think it is about 15 years of proven success. The problem is the person who did it cannot be in 500 stores at the same time. So we are their advertising budget. We are that television commercial live in the store. How you act, how you behave, how you interact with people, what you do, the environment you create emotionally for yourself and others is going to depend on a 0 tip day or an over $300 tip day. And I'm going to really blow your mind. We have some people in our organization, when the Super Greens first went on sale last year, they made over $600 in tips in one day. That is the potential here. So, I'm not trying to make you feel bad. I want you to be like, how do I get my share? I thank you for asking.
We have a brand new product, you guys, in Chicago and Michigan. So that's coming out here next week.
How do you get your share? I'm going to explain the simple, basic psychological formula for success. I just want you to understand what it is. And then from there, you can make a decision on what you need to individually do to work on yourself to be able to get into the same state of mind that I and somebody who makes $600 in a day on bonus money. And that wasn't me, by the way. That was somebody else. So the key thing I want you to understand is this. When you show up to work, when you go to work, you should be excited about going to work. When you pull into the parking lot, you should be excited about being there. You should be excited about emptying out your car, putting all your stuff in the cart, and walking into the store. Why should you be excited? Because you have one of the highest hourly paid jobs out there right now. And that's just the beginning. You have a chance to double that. I basically made $69 an hour. 68, sorry. I recalculated. It was actually 68, not 69. But $68 an hour. But then I've had some bad days where I only made $43 an hour. Any of you want my bad days? Yeah, that was a rhetorical question. I know everybody's answer to that. So the point is this. I just love this job. And that's part of the psychology. So when I walk into this store, I know that on this very hot day, I'm not walking outside taking carts in. Or on this very cold, blustery day, lots filled with slushy snow, I'm not out here pulling in carts. I'm in a warm, wonderful environment. When I walk through the doors, the employees know me. I say, hey, Christian, how you doing? Hey, it's great to see you here. And I say it all the time. Really appreciate you being here. What? Yes, I say, I really appreciate you being here. Why would I say that to a Costco employee? You ever know what happens when people don't show up? Well, let me put it to you this way. The day you're most appreciated is the day you don't show up. And if you think about it, it's pretty messed up. So I acknowledge these people and appreciate them being there. And you know what? The guys in the lot who do the carts have told me, you're the only person that's ever said this to us. What I create is this atmosphere when I walk in, people, I am beloved. I'm not being arrogant, but I'm beloved because of how I treat them. Why do I treat them so well? Because I've had so many people that have treated me like shit. So I can choose to do one of two things. I can treat other people like crap, which would be totally logical based on what I've been through in my life. Or I can do the complete opposite. And I choose to be overly nice to the point where some people might say, well, why is he like that? Anybody who genuinely knows me, it's just because I care about people. And there's a reason why I'm telling you all this. Because when I go in there and get my location with CDS, yeah, I had some difficulties. I think the CDS lady didn't like me because I was doing that well. And all her CDS people liked me when she wasn't the most likable person to others. And then she eventually took it out on me, and eventually I just used my wonderful relationships with Costco managers who absolutely love the way I treat everybody and how I treat members. So when I legitimately brought something to their attention saying, hey, why is this kid next to my CoQ10 when I'm supposed to be selling CoQ10 today and his product's 2 aisles away? And the manager said, you're right. And when CDS said, hey, well, who moved you? I said, well, he did. And that got stood that way. And that opened it up and said, yeah, Christian deserves to be here. He produces the numbers. So I did stand up for myself. In some cases, you have to. If you're struggling to get a spot and they're always throwing you in a bad spot, you need to open up and talk to Jordan about it. You do not need to hold on to that information. Nor should you use that as an excuse why you can't succeed. Somebody can figure out how to help you out in getting a better location, but you have to speak up. That's what you need to understand. Everybody is here to help you. Sadie is doing great things. Jordan is putting out stuff regularly for you guys. And with the new things he's doing about holding some of you guys accountable, just so you know, I turn in my numbers too. I mean, I don't want you to think that just because I'm one of the best out there or in our division, that why should I not submit my midnight numbers to Jordan? I do. Of course, my numbers are looking pretty good. I'm at T2 by probably 2 o'clock at the latest, 2:30. And then at that point, you know, once we get to T3, now we just see how much extra gravy. And by the way, I don't know how much gravy you like, but I like a crap load of gravy on my stuff. That's, you know, just a little sidebar for Thanksgiving. And I like that gravy. And that's what I do it. And the reality of it is when I'm packing up at the end of the day, I'm still selling and always going through it. So when I get my spot and I'm walking through the aisle, grabbing my product, somebody might be near my product or something similar. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to dry sell. Jordan's texting me, hey, where's your picture? Sorry, I'm running late. Just dry sold 4 products. And, oh, okay. Christian sold 4 products before 11 o'clock, dry selling it without samples. Why am I that good? Because it's the confidence I have. It's the psychological thing. See, I'm going back to that psychological thing. Product knowledge is very important, but it doesn't mean anything if you don't feel good emotionally. If you don't feel good psychologically walking into this job, you will not do well. I'm just going to be honest with you. You have to be psychologically strong. And you should be strong. You're working in a wonderful environment, being well paid, a great base pay. Any professional salesperson knows that this is the best opportunity. It's not straight commission, but it's almost like straight commission with the potential money you can make. And the best part about it is you get a nice, strong base pay. And I use that base pay to make me feel good, knowing that I got this much money when I walk in the door. I don't have to worry that if I had a bad day, I didn't make any money. So you know what? I need to give direct demo the greatest attitude I can. Because if I can do that, it's also going to give me the greatest bonus that I can. So you have to understand the psychological part about it. Because I also make people feel good when I interact with them. So when I get them over for a sample and I talk to them about product, this is how I quickly approach it. I'm just going to go real fast. I don't expect you to remember any of this, but just to give you a little taste of what it's like if you were in front of me. You know, come try my Super Greens, 100% organic, great for the entire family. Kids say it tastes better than Gatorade. What do your kids say? Come on, give it a try. You know, sometimes they will. Come try my Super Greens. No black box warning on my Super Greens. It is literally speaking one of the coolest products for the ladies. You know, great for your gut health. Come try some Super Greens. If you're going to take care of those nice holiday meals, take care of your gut health. Now I get them over. As I'm getting them a sample, I'll ask them, do you drink any green drinks now? They say often no. Then I said, do you know why people are drinking these green drinks? Oh, for vitamins, for fruits and vegetables. It's actually for gut health. We need 30 different fruits and vegetables every week in our stomach. And an apple and a banana every day gets you 2 credits, not 14. But don't feel bad. The best vegetarians and vegans, they're topping out at 20. So if they're struggling to hit 30, what hope is there for somebody like me that looks at pizzas covering all 4 food groups? You know what I mean? And I'm making them laugh. And I'm relating to them because they're probably more like me than other people. And then I say, do you remember Cliff Notes in high school? Sure. Well, this is the Cliff Notes to your diet. And this is basically it. And then after doing all that, and I said, oh, by the way, if you know any ladies that are older than you dealing with menopause and hot flashes, 1 bottle of this a day, no more hot flashes for the ladies. Really? I'm going through that now. No, come on. Yes, I am. You don't look like it. You got that baby face that, you know, kind of sucked in your 20s, but you're loving it now. Well, I'll tell you what, you're dealing with hot flashes, I take that bag and I put it in their hands. This is for you. You drink one bottle today, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, by Tuesday, you'll be chilling. What? How do I know? They say, how often are you at Costco? I'm here every week. I'm here every 2 weeks. Well, you know what? Buy this bag today and basically drink one bottle a day. If you do not get relief from your hot flashes, by the time you come back to Costco, bring the damn bag back and get your money back. And you know what they all do? They all come back and thank me. That's exactly what I tell the members. What did I say? But you know what they all do? They all come back and thank me. Again, basic psychology 101. If a man is standing around, chances are he's got a wife that may or may not be going through it. I want to share that information with him. You might buy 3 bags. You never know. But the reality of it is this. Whether you feel comfortable talking about it or not, we have something that is very beneficial to half the population of the world, that brings them relief. For all the ladies here that have gone through it or have seen somebody gone through it and knows how difficult it is, the thought that drinking a bottle of Super Greens every day takes away that hot flash. That's why I'll sell 18 or 20 bags in a day. No problems. 70% of my sales right now from Super Greens is strictly off of hot flashes. Strictly off it is. How much does it cost? It's 62 cents a day for your comfort. It's 77 cents a day for your peace of mind. Nobody's going to drink the whole bag in one day, so it doesn't cost $35. If they're drinking one bottle a day, it costs 77 cents a day at full retail. 62 cents a day if it's on sale. But how many people would pay that for that peace of mind? Our liquid CoQ10 helps people with migraines. If somebody is walking through that store and suffers migraines or has a loved one that suffers migraines, or people's holidays are going to be messed up because a loved one is dealing with a migraine, and these medications that are sitting on, that are being advertised on television may give you relief in 2 to 4 hours. I'm going to give you a little secret. You find somebody who's got a migraine, you give them 2 shots back to back. And in the 10 minutes it'll take for you to discuss your entire table's products, they will probably get relief. You are no longer a salesperson or a promoter at that moment. You're a first responder. You are truly helping somebody who's in need and in pain. And if you don't know what a migraine is, it's your head in a vice being squeezed tight. Try that with your own head and see what those people feel like. And the fact that you have a product sitting on your table, if you properly let people know, and how are you going to find them? You're not going to find them by them walking up to your table. You have to shout it out that you have it. Come try a sugar-free energy shot. If you know anyone that suffers migraines, CoQ10 should be your new best friend. And if you know anybody taking a statin for cholesterol, CoQ10 needs to be your new best friend. That's my advertisement out there. That's no different than if you walked by the store and you heard the television with an ad running and you heard certain keywords. That's what direct demo gets from me. And that's why I can get $300 in a day from them. So you have to understand this is possible. It is truly, truly possible. The only way it's not possible is if you believe it's not possible. Because whether you believe you can or you believe you can't, you are right. So if you believe in yourself, the way Jordan and Direct Demo believed in you to give you this job opportunity, or anybody else that hired you if you were here before Jordan came, The reality is you sold yourself that you deserve this opportunity. So we know you can sell. If you're not selling well at this job, it's probably because there's some psychological blocks. Maybe somebody said something to you and it's just like, oh. Or maybe it's like they keep telling you no. I'm going to tell you right now, if you've ever heard of this basketball player, some of you may be a little young and didn't hear about Michael Jordan. And yes, that was sarcasm. I hope you got it. But you go look up Michael Jordan's quote. And you know what? He'll tell you, yeah, I made X amount of thousands of baskets. I made tens of thousands of baskets, but I made hundreds of thousands of shots. Jordan made a lot more shots than he will ever have actually made. He took a lot more than he'll actually ever made. So I can assure you, if you want success at this job and you want to sell 30 units in a day, 40 units in a day, 50 units in a day, or step up to the plate and do 64 like I did and 61 back-to-back days, do you know what you're going to have to do? You're going to have to take about 200 or 300 shots, 200 or 300 samples. And if you're sitting there and you're afraid to give out samples, or you struggle to get samples, then you're going to struggle to sell. If you're great at I'm giving out 200 samples. Why am I getting those kind of sales? Because your closing is not really good. So now at least we know what's wrong. You're great at getting samples out, great. Now we got to help you in closing. That was the reverse for me. I really sucked at getting people for samples. But when I got them over, I was just so masterful, I closed them. So now I tell people, come on, just try a sample. You don't have to buy anything. Just try a sample. Help me out. You know, I got to get through these cups before the end of the day. Costco's going to close at 8:30, and I'm going to be stuck here to 10. You know, make them laugh. Come on, how bad's the economy if I can't give away a free sample at Costco? Let's make the economy great again. Do a free sample. Help me out here. Whatever you got to do. Beg them to come to your table, because I will. I'm not below begging people to come to my table. Come on, help me out here. Can you just do a pity sample? Please help me out. Hey, great, you did 3 samples. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Did they buy anything? No. But I have to do X amount of samples. Yeah, but Christian, if you're doing 200 samples and only getting 60 sales, what's happening to the other 140 samples? It's called rejection. Learn to deal with it. Not an easy thing for us to go through. I'm going to be the first one to tell you I struggle with that. But I got over this because it's a numbers game. See, we're going back to the psychology. It's a numbers game. At my store when I work, there's going to be at least 3,500 to 5,000 people that are going to come through my door. I just got to get less than 1% of them. And then on top of that, they swim past me like a school full of fish. Sometimes sales go so smoothly for me, I joke with some of the CDS people, and I'm pointing a gun down in front of me and going, psh, 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 psh. You know what I'm doing? They go, what's that? I'm shooting fish in a barrel. If you don't know that expression, it just means that, hey, there's a whole bunch of fish in a barrel and you got a gun and you're shooting at them. Well, how difficult is that? Well, it's pretty easy. Well, sometimes this job is that easy. How is that? How is it? Yeah, but it's easy for you. It's easy for me because of how I feel. People want to be around me when they come to the store. How I treat them, it's what I do. Okay, I was struggling like there's no tomorrow with these gummies, creatine gummies. Quite frankly, I mean, it cost Zena probably 10 sales each day I worked when I had that killer weekend because I was trying to get a few extra gummies. They said, you know what am I going to do? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go on Amazon.com and I'm going to go buy a couple of orange polo shirts with pockets on it. I'm going to wear an orange shirt. And you know what? Everybody recognized me and saw me at work. And you know what? I got my gummies sold. And I got a lot of other products sold. So you got to start using your own way of thinking, or talk to Jordan or me. I mean, I've made myself available 5 days a week for people. But most people don't care. They'll sit on this sales call and listen to it. And then they'll go about their day. Some of you may even just have it on in the background and are more watching television and just are trying to get credit for the time on this call. Shame on you, because you're losing out on, I don't know, probably about a couple $1,000s a month in bonus money. Yeah. Why would I say that? You guys have any clue about how things work in society? What do we got coming here? April. We got New Year's Eve right around the corner. You ever heard about this old tradition called New Year's resolutions? Yeah, sure it was. That was a rhetorical, sarcastic statement. Yes, it is. And what are they going to do? What do they do at the beginning of the year? Come on, I know if we had you all off of mute, you'd all be yelling, to lose weight, to feel better. Well, great. What do our products do? So if you don't do your job, you're not helping people keep their resolution. They have a tough enough time keeping a resolution on their own. They don't need a promoter in the store not doing their job. So you need to do your job and let them know, hey, start off the new year. Hey, want to celebrate? Let's do some shots right now. If you're working at Kin all day, maybe you might want to keep a bottle of collagen with you. Make a triple shot. What's that? That's a shot that makes you feel good with no DUIs. Got my collagen, turmeric, and CoQ10 combined. Bottoms up. Note to self, taking you to spring break. We're going to leave you at home. You were a little slow drinking that. And I make them laugh. Yeah. I might have sold a bottle of collagen when I was working Canal. But guess what? I sold the CoQ10 and the turmeric. And I might not have done it if I didn't have that. So be creative. Do something that is helpful to you. If you're not that creative a person, fine. Then reach out to me. You like singing? Great. I've already got songs ready for those that are brave enough to sing. If you feel you're a good singer and you feel like all those people standing in front of you and you're kind of awkward, but you got a great voice, I got some great jingles for you. And they're all set to the old wonderful song by Sammy Davis Jr. called The Q-and-All Man Can. Well, it's actually the Candyman Can. But anyway, just letting you know. Me, I'm a bit of a comedian, if you kind of figured that one out. And, you know, Jordan kind of let the cat out of the bag if you didn't know that before I spoke. But that's how I am. And I make people laugh. You know? And then just like, here, somebody comes over for collagen. Let me tell you, let me give you the best education on collagen, okay? Number one. It's one of the number one sellers at Costco. Collagen is the number one seller. Not Xana collagen. I want to make that clear. Collagen is the number one seller. Vital Proteins is at the biggest market, but Orgain's got part of it. Youth Theory's got part of it. And that other one in the black bottle's got part of it. And then, oh yeah, so do we. But here's the thing. Did you ever think about this? Come try my sugar-free collagen. Okay? Now they come on over. I said, try some collagen. First things first, back to psychology. I tell them my collagen is going to taste like sugar-free Jell-O. Does it taste like medicine? Yes. Yes, it can taste like medicine. Does it taste like sugar-free Jell-O? Yes, it does taste like sugar-free Jell-O. So why do you tell people what it tastes like? Because I don't want them to think it tastes like medicine, so I put it into their head, it tastes like sugar-free Jell-O. And you know what? They're going to say, yeah, you're right. It tastes just like sugar-free Jell-O. Same thing with the CoQ10. It tastes like a sugar-free Dreamsicle ice cream bar. You know what? Most people are going to agree with that. And if they love those ice cream bars, they're going to say, oh, yeah. Absolutely. They're going to make the Kool-Aid guy seem like he's low-key. So that's the really cool part. When you tell them that, you're in control. And that's why I do so well. I'm in control with members. because I know what to say, I know what to do, and how to do it. And I keep doing it over and 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 over. See, I kept doing that to stress a point. Yeah, I'm good. But I do it over and over and over and over and over again. And if when you go to work, you're afraid to talk to more than 50 people in a day, it's going to take you a lot of days to get to where I'm at. And if you said, okay, well, let me just keep asking more people. Okay, you didn't make it. But every time you try, you get a little bit better. And if the pitch you were working before isn't working now, it could be because everybody on the other team figured out that you keep throwing fastballs down the middle at exactly 99 miles an hour. So, well, what do you expect? I mean, the first few times we were like, whoa. Then they're like, what, the city? You keep saying the city throwing the same ball. Okay, we're going to start smacking home runs. So you got to change it up. Ask for help. Jordan posts stuff from me and other people that have done well. Follow it. Even if you don't want to. If Christian's doing really well and that's what Christian says, then you know what? Maybe I better say what Christian says. It obviously works. I don't feel comfortable saying that. Okay, fine. You don't want to feel comfortable about bringing up about women's hot flashes? That's fine.
We got to wrap it up.
No problem. I do it because it was brought to my attention. So in closing here, I want you to realize this. You should be making extra money. If you're not making extra money, it's probably because of how you feel emotionally, how you are approaching this job, or you just may need some extra help or coaching. Whatever it is, Jordan, myself, and others are here to help you. But no one is going to get any help who doesn't ask for it. We're not going to sit there and beg you to get extra help or talk to me or anybody else that's going to be helpful to you. You have to want it. But we really need all of you. You are very important to us. And as we get ready between this month coming up, December, and then, of course, January, February, I was making $2,500 every 2 weeks. That is not a lie.
This is peak season, you guys.
So you need to try and go for it. That's all that about it is. So I appreciate Jordan getting the opportunity to talk to everybody. I hope you found this inspiring. This was not in any way meant to make you feel bad. I want you to understand what it takes to do this job. And some people hopefully will be very good with this, and some people it may not be for them. Whatever it is, it's not a reflection on you of being somebody. Just understand what it takes for this job. Are you willing to do it? Do you need extra help? And then let's make it happen, because you should be making that extra money. Thank you.
Thanks, Christian. Thanks, you guys, for joining. Happy Thanksgiving. Remember, if you guys need anything or are curious about, how to start selling more product, you do need to just reach out to me. Christian loves talking to people on the phone. Okay? You show that you want to be successful. All right? If you don't want to be successful, that shows through your sales. And it looks like you're just trying to collect an hourly paycheck. Okay? And we're not an hourly paycheck type of job. You guys got to be ambitious and go out there to earn bonus. Okay? It's a sales-based position, you guys. So I hope you all have a great Thanksgiving. Are rested up for Friday, Saturday, Sunday if you're working. And then as we head into that new year, like Christian said, people will start having their New Year's resolutions. Probably after they eat too much turkey, they'll be ready to start thinking about their health again. Okay? So let's get at it, you guys. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. If you have any questions, shoot me a text message or send me a message on Connect Team. Okay? Have a good night, you guys.
Good night.
Thanks, Christian. Oh, I'll upload this, you guys, to YouTube, just so you know. Okay? Send an email and upload it to YouTube.